Yes, indeed. Good to be back. Good to be back. I appreciate y'all, man. Welcome back to Kush Equilibrium. Soon to be everybody's favorite, the smoke break. I appreciate y'all pulling up while we talk about whatever random topic I decided to come up with at the time. I'm really attacking lately this Anton Corey situation, but I feel like we need a break from that. But before we get into it, y'all see the question at the bottom of the screen, so y'all know what the topic is. Is J. Cole a fraud or genuinely will he presents himself to be a man of the people? A man of the people. We're going to discuss it as we go along. Also, just like you see it at the bottom of the screen, please like, comment, and subscribe. Helps me take care of the YouTube police. So while we ain't here drinking, smoking, whatever we doing while we ain't having a good time, it keeps the YouTube police out our business. It's no different than you being at the house, having a whole little vibe. Police come knocking at your door. Just bad vibes. You help me keep the YouTube 12 off my back with your likes, your comments, subscriptions, all of that. So I do appreciate it. Now, that the business is done and out the way, let's enjoy this smoke break and let's talk about some J. Cole. Because as many of y'all, or at least those who watch my channel, are familiar that I'm a big G Malone fan. I like a lot of the things that he say. And it seems like, most importantly, he stands by what he say. He stand by what he said, and I can always get behind that. But he posed this question, and it got me to thinking, because I go back and forth with J. Cole because I acknowledge his talent. I know how good J. Cole is. I've never had a J. Cole song on. I'm like, hey, turn that garbage off. That's never happened. But I also don't outwardly go searching for J. Cole music. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? But we're going to react to this G Malone because the way he framed it, not only in this video we're about to react to, but any of his J. Cole commentary post-battle, more and more make me scratch my head like something ain't quite right. Beyond the musical talent, I'm talking about just the character of the person. It's like something just don't add up. So we gonna get into this reaction. Let me throw the ears on. I gotta be able to hear it. So let's get to it. So it was like, God, make sure I got my lighter, because I ain't about to sit here sober and watch this. Let's go.
So what would be the truth about J. Cole though? That he don't want to battle? He's scared to fight?
You know what? I'm trying to figure out what the truth is about J. Cole. Immediately.
Before he get going, the way Trap said that, do y'all feel like that was too far to frame somebody's willingness or lack thereof to battle and kind of compare it or lump it with somebody not wanting to fight? Though I feel like that's a little too close to home for me. Because saying somebody scared to fight is the same as kind of calling somebody a bitch. You know what I'm saying? So I try to be a little careful with that, because you can't come back. Once you go there with somebody, you can't take it back. You can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. Is that what they say? Yeah, you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. So the way I didn't really like the way Trap put them two together, but I understand the sentiment. Let's go.
I almost worry that he's a fraud.
Oh, you think he's a fraud?
Yes. I think he's selling us bullshit.
Nah, bro, we ain't about to do that to Cole, man. You think Cole's bullshit right now?
Bruh.
Think the whole normal guy shit is all just like he's acting right now, you feel like?
Yes.
Like the ordinary man role that he's trying to play is just bullshit.
Hey, what did I just walk in, Tone? Like, what in there?
What y'all thinking so far? Just, we just getting into it, but so far, before G really explains why he think the way he thinking, what's your opinion of J. Cole? Again, remove the music, just the way he presents himself to us. Is it authentic? Like I love riding bikes and I care about the community, and it's like a tree hugger that raps. I just find it hard to believe, to me, that he is authentically what he presents. And I'm gonna let G go into some other things because I don't want to kill his thunder. I feel like J. Cole took on just as much damage from the battle that Drake did. I think Drake is more it's like Drake just kept tripping over his feet, but I don't feel like Cole tripped over his feet. I just feel like he inadvertently revealed who he really is. But we'll make it make sense in a minute.
He just messed me up with that one. He said J. Cole is cosplaying as a New York rapper. As a New York rapper. He's cosplaying as a New York rapper. That's what he said.
Cosplaying as a New York rapper is crazy.
This is the reason, and I can't jump off the cliff, but if you're asking me, this is kind of what it feels like. Because again, I don't want to be harsh, but I'm saying, bro, like, his fans brought it to us like he was this introspective, honest guy. That shit he said is not honest. Something about this shit smells and lacks of it just reeks of inauthenticity.
Inauthenticity. I kind of mirrored or echoed those sentiments, like at least not out loud, but to myself when I saw him do that apology. Your own festival or whatever event he was having. It just, you ever see something play out and it just feels overly planned? Like he just feels too squeaky clean for me. And when I usually encounter people who just like something missing. You ain't got no stank to you. Everybody got some stank to them. We all got some stank to us. But it's like J. Cole goes about masking his natural stank. And because of that, I understand G Malone's stance. It feels inauthentic. Like, why you ain't got no warts, no blemishes? It's like it's too well crafted. You know what I'm saying? And that gives me pause, because nobody's like that in reality to me.
So I know I'm not tripping.
I'm gonna be honest. I think my least favorite thing we do on this show is talk about J. Cole, because when G talked about
coleslaw fashion,
that's crazy.
When G talked about J. Cole, it's I hate it because it's right.
I just don't have.
It makes me feel bad.
I just don't have a thesis because I don't know him, and I could only go by these things, right? But y'all tried to convince me he was the homie fan, but then I go investigate. That shit don't feel right.
That right there was kind of like when G started over a myriad of episodes, and I reacted to a couple of them. So check out the channel. there's some stuff in there specifically on J. Cole that if you find yourself where a lot of us are at, like how do you process J. Cole? Like I don't even know how to really look at him or frame him. But to watch him talk, whether it was planned out, authentic, whatever, to sit there on that stage and talk this passionately about how much of a friend you were to these people, and to see how you played out the entire battle, specifically how it felt like you jumped outside real quick to slap who you said was your man's. You slapped your man's in the face, and then you ran and said, "Oh man, that hurt my heart to slap my man's." Open hand slap my man across his left cheek. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, dog. You slapped your man's in the face. That's never cool. You don't get to take that back. You know, like, and from that moment on, I started to really ponder questions and stuff about J. Cole. Like, man, G Malone kind of right. Like, that you did kind of hopped in the car with your mans and slid, but then right after sliding, you did it. Hey, don't let me out. Move. Hey, let me out the car. I don't want to do this no more. You already in the car. You already in the car. That whole thing was just weird to me, man. Like,
if he's a friend, that is the worst type of friend in the world.
See, I don't like it. But is this all factual?
That's a horrible friend. Y'all tried to convince me. Everybody pushed him into this battle.
Before we get to that part, think about it. If somebody you thought was your friend was rocking with somebody heavy that you for sure don't mess with, and not even just rocked with them heavy, but when who you beefing with take shots at you, he side with them and take a shot himself. Think about Harlem Nights. Remember when Eddie Murphy's car crashed? He jumped through the window. They pop out. They all shooting inside the building. But then homie got that little gun. Pop. That's J. Cole. Pop. And I feel like there's some of us is looking at him like, man, you don't put that little shit away. We out here with submachine guns or whatever, Tommy guns or whatever, and you got this little Derringer or whatever. Pop. That's J. Cole. The Derringer shooter.
Y'all all tried to convince me. Oh, you know, he was getting the pressure. Even he said it. He got on that stage. Man, you a fucking multi-million-dollar motherfucker. You got a Trump-type brand. Everything about your shit cracking. Everybody push you into the battle? Oh, you felt the pressure? That's what everybody's saying. Oh, he felt the pressure. He needed to respond because... What?
He's flawed.
That's his take.
He's flawed.
But I think it's he's fraud.
Oh no! Oh my!
I think it's
God.
the other F with the D at the end.
Y'all get to do the alley-oop on that shit? Like, no.
I don't think it's flawed. All of these guys are flawed. Kendrick is flawed. Everybody's flawed. We all are flawed. But something is fucking weird about this. There's a lack of accountability in it. Even in that whole thing, all his fans blame him, and this is his fanatics. They blame everybody else for him getting in the battle. Then they blame Schoolboy Q or somebody else for him apologizing on that stage.
That part. Another indicator to me that something just didn't add up. So you mean to tell me one of Kendrick's homies gonna pull down on you, hey, whoop de whoop de whoop, this, that, and the third, and then you I'm good. At this point, I feel like if that's the case, somebody just need to stand on it so it ain't a mystery no more. And the way that whole TDE camp, that West Coast, I'll go bigger than that. That whole West Coast energy, the way they was carrying stuff, it sounded like, at least to me, from their end, they wasn't holding back nothing. It's more believable especially by now. We would have heard somebody from TDE, somebody from the West Coast streets, whatever, stand on the ear. We pulled down, told homie he need to back out or it's gonna get ugly for him, and that's what it was. That would be more believable. No? With the energy during that time, the energy they was carrying, if it's up, it's up. We don't care about none of that. I don't care how you feel about nothing we say or do. So what reason would they have to leave this major detail out of the whole equation? Why not just, hey man, we didn't want J. Cole to be a casualty of war. So we did what we thought was the respectable thing. Somebody pulled down the quarterly, told him what's what, explained the situation, and then he adjusted and backed out. One major person from the West Coast could have put that message out there and it would have been done. I don't believe that ever happened. I believe that's 100% something die-hard J. Cole fans came up with to try to help him stick the landing for backing out. That's too big of a detail in the overall story for it to just for the West to keep that from being known. So that's made up, in my opinion. Be clear, in my opinion.
Then they talking about the goddamn song, the Port Antonio, and I'm like, all right, something got to be real. Eventually, I'm gonna start believing him when he's telling me what he is.
Hold on.
Is this what
Also, Port Antonio. We've all said it. There was an extra level of vigor in how he professes admiration or appreciation for Drake. Again, Kendrick's supposed to be your man. So there's a certain way you show appreciation for somebody without kind of like doing it in a way to where it's like back in the day, because this is not humane to do, but back in the day when people wanted to potty train their dog, after the dog make a mess on the floor, they took the dog and if that song was intended to mend fences, you would do it in a way to where you mend both fences, right? Not just one. And the way he did it, it felt like, oh yeah, Kendrick, my dude, but hey Drake, man, let me talk to you, bro, because I'm so sorry. Like, if it was supposed to be the mend the fence song, why would you not be trying to mend both fences? Not just, I'm gonna acknowledge you over here. You my man though. You my man. I'm gonna acknowledge you, but can we sit down and talk for a minute, Drake? I got something important I really need to talk to you about.
Hold the bus. Hold the door on the bus. Are you about to say J. Cole not hip hop, B?
No.
Okay. Okay, I'm about to say, don't do that, bro.
No.
Because you've been really calling people out for being not being hip hop.
No, it's not. It's because it's not. Somebody's.
So what's the fraud? What could the fraud be then?
Bro, I think he's presenting there was a time I used to look at a lot of niggas in hip hop like they was just, it was all marketing. It was all branding. It wasn't even built off authenticity. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I used to think that they were all putting on a show. Like the whole blog era. That's kind of my resentment towards the blog era.
Was J. Cole blog era?
How did everybody feel about the blog era? Excuse me. How does everybody feel about the blog era? I used to have a real issue with the blog era. The blog era is kind of where I kind of like, I got fed up with the music that was being offered to me overall. I mean, because there's always that couple of songs here or there, or this album here or there, but it just felt like overall, it just wasn't for me. And I did what I think a lot of people did within my age group that just had enough, because I'm 41. I'll be 42 in a couple weeks. We went back to what we found to be great and just said F you to new music. Like I went back to my DJ Quick and my Too Short and Snoop Dogg's and T.I. Like I went back to all the stuff that I was listening to beforehand and just cut off any possibility of me willing to accept new until like the one or two that actually came through for me during the blog era. Wiz Khalifa. And off the branch of Wiz Khalifa, I discovered Currency. So I can't be too begrudging to the blog era, because when I say Kush and Orange Juice and Kush and Orange Juice 2 stay in my rotation, I don't even know where to start with Currency. Like, I would say them two is probably at least just them two individuals. Wiz Khalifa, Currency might be like 35% of my music consumption. And Wiz just dropped this new project. I'm still digesting it. Pause, because it's not the. It's not. I don't know. It's something different. Not different in a bad way. It's just different. It's just different. I caught on to Kendrick late. I didn't catch on to Kendrick until it's been a good couple of years. And I caught on to him because of Roddy. So
mixtape.
Yeah, he a blog era dude.
Is he?
He wasn't mixtape?
No.
Blog era? J. Cole?
Blogs was on the mixtape. Wiz is a blog era dude. Wiz is
a blog era. Wiz is blog.
Is Wiz before J. Cole?
Yeah.
Damn.
No.
That's interesting.
J. Cole's like 08. 07, 08.
09, 10. That's blog era. That's the beginning of the blog era.
Right.
And that was kind of my issue.
He's blog. J. Cole's blog era.
All of these niggas that Meek is a blog era nigga.
No, Meek's not blog era. Meek's not blog.
Meek is a blog era.
Meek's in a funny spot. Meek's in a funny spot. He's still street. He was like street mixtape like that, bitch.
Listen, no, he put out mixtape, but his shit came from the blog era when he started moving through the rest of the country.
I thought he really got it through the streets though more.
But Meek is a blog era dude. And every time you start putting dudes up in a light, the shit start looking weird. And it's like, this is not who was advertised to me.
Yeah.
This is not who was advertised to me. This is not who was advertised to me. And every time, you know what's crazy? You know who the most authentic one kind of has became?
Who?
Wale.
Yeah.
Wale told me exactly who he was. His fans told me who he was, and he has been dialing down on everything he was.
That's interesting. That's kind of that's right.
From the,
you know what's crazy about Wale? I've never actually actively searched for a specific Wale song, but his music is always to the point, regardless of what it is. If it's on, just leave it on. There's nothing sonically about it that says, I don't want to. I don't know. I don't want to say he's vanilla because that's like bland. He's not bland. Maybe I accept Wale because I don't feel like he's weird. It's just so much weirdness. I'm just cool with somebody like, man, you can rap. You're not weird. Fuck it. Go ahead. Because it was just better at the time than we hit that spot where every song came with a dance. That was annoying. Thanks to Soulja Boy, right? I feel like Soulja Boy, in my opinion, he blog baby. And maybe this is where my angst comes from when it comes to the blog era. I feel like Soulja Boy made rap corny. Almost as about as corny as Drake made shit. Like, because maybe let me define, make it clear why I'm saying corny. Like, anything to me that made niggas do anti-nigga shit, like stuff that we just normally wasn't doing, and then like just make us look weird. Like, to see all these grown men trying to do all these weird dances is crazy. Whoever happens to, like, gangsters don't dance, they book, like, sweet. Me and you didn't used to do all like. I'm that level of frustrated. I can't even put it into words. How that era was just, it was irritating me. Everything just got real popcorny. But again, out of that, I really sat, and I maybe that should be my next video. I sit and really look at the blog era and decide for myself how I really should feel versus how I just feel currently, to see what I really got out of there. But again, I start with Wiz and I start with Currency because my everyday life connects to the music that they make. You know what I'm saying? So,
first day, everybody made Wale exactly what he was, and to this day, that's exactly who he is. Whether you like him or not, that's the consistent theme of Wale.
That is.
It's never nothing happened. I'm like, man, that happened to Wale? Never.
It's funny because Wale always seemed the least comfortable in his skin too.
Because that's Wale.
The rest of them seemed very confident, but they were.
Wale feels just like how they advertised him. And then when he talked, he was good. It's him. When I hear the music, I hear Wale. I'll be like, oh, that's Wale, bro. I get it.
Yeah.
It's funny too because J. Cole made a song about Wale.
He did.
Being uncomfortable in his own skin.
False prophet.
Maybe Wale should have been making a song about J. Cole.
Well, I think that's the thing. I think J. Cole made a song about J. Cole.
You think that? But isn't that what we love about J. Cole? Isn't that what he gonna do? He has to do that, right?
So I think there's a part of him that feels like it's manipulated versus authentic. Like, this is what my fans want me to do, so I'm gonna do it. I don't know if he believes it. Everything about J. Cole is like whatever my fans want me to do.
You think so?
That's what it comes. That's what kind of becomes the thing.
That's his whole thing. That's why he does Dollar in the Dream, does dollar concerts. He is for the fans and thinking about what the fans think about him.
Yeah, but even that is kind of business.
No. That was business, but I'm just saying he's fan first though.
The business of connecting to audience. And I do think a lot of the blog eras presented themselves like the everyday man. When these niggas ain't nowhere near close to the everyday man. Not one near one of them niggas. I'm talking about from Wiz, Currency. Them niggas are not everyday niggas, but their presentation is like the everyday person.
The ordinary man.
I can't argue with that. Sometimes I gotta know when to throw my hands up and say, you know what? You right. And this is one of them moments. Know what, G? You right. I rock with Currency because fast cars and weed jars. If you know, you know. What do I like in life? Fast cars, weed jars. It's easy peasy, nice and simple. And then to go to Wiz, there's the weed element that connects. I think that connects him with a lot of his fans. But also though, instead of it being like cars like it is with Currency, I think a lot of Wiz fans enjoy the fact that he thinks beyond like he wants to see everything. He adventures. He thinks more about life overall. He just comes off as like a really big thinker, which is positive for us from a weed or stoner community or whatever, because so often because we smoke, we get labeled as lazy or unproductive or intellectually, you know what I'm saying, less than. But look at what Currency is doing. I mean, look what Wiz is doing. Music fire. He doing all these tours. That man is very well set in life. If you watch he has a YouTube channel. You watch how he go about his business. There ain't no way, and you know what, you could say anything negative about weed. And it's because he's almost like the new weed champion or spokesman. Like, I don't think, especially with Snoop and his questionable activities politically or whatever, however you feel about it, I think some people have pulled away from Snoop, but you got a Currency or a Wiz there. And it's like they taking the baton and they carrying that type of music forward.
The blog era gives off because what happened, and I'm starting to understand. God damn it, it just hit me. It just hit me.
Here go one of these epiphanies.
Here go epiphany. A stream of consciousness from God right here. When hip hop was in what people called the street, people felt like they didn't connect to them. But truth is, you really do connect to Tupac. You really do connect to Snoop Dogg. I get it. You see the highlights of what they talking about, but they're like regular guys. Tupac, it was the everyday guy. Everyday dude. Tupac is a guy that moved through a couple states, been in all these poverty neighborhoods, tired of all y'all shit. I'm tripping. Tired of y'all shit. Tupac, a regular guy. That is not, like, I've met so many suburban dudes that felt like they connected to Drake, and I'm like, bro, you are not like him. Trust me, that is different.
I'm gonna stop right there. Because if we go based on this theory that he's saying right now, right? How you connect to artists and what have you, and he just mentioned him, so it makes me ask the question, y'all. And if you're a Drake fan, by all means, I'm not attacking you. I want you to chime in, because I would like to at least understand your rationale for why y'all still support him. But if you're a Drake fan, going by his definition, that means you there's something about Drake that connects you to him. What is that? What is that thing that makes you still champion Drake, still root for Drake, still support his music? Nobody's saying, and you gotta kind of have these kind of conversations to gain some kind of understanding between, we'll call it both factions, the extreme left and the extreme right, the extreme Drake fan, the extreme Kendrick fan. We'll go on the big three premise, which I think it should have been long dead, and put the extreme Cole fan. I'm interested in what makes people be the super fan, like the blind fan, especially with Drake. Not so much J. Cole, because J. Cole like had one bad moment, but it was the bad moment I think it's the combination of like the bad moment and the timing of it. Like at that point, we all like, whoa, what you doing, buddy? Because in his own little J. Cole ways, you know, he made it sound like this was like the moment he was waiting for. And this is another reason I'm really fickly about, I don't even know how to look at J. Cole no more. Like, how you tell the world for a while that you ready for the spotlight, and then the spotlight hit, and you went about going about it how you. I wasn't even mad when he did it. Like, he a man. If you gonna pop off, pop off. That's the cool part of being a Kendrick fan. You want anybody who think they big enough to participate if they really earned it. Bet, the more the merrier. Yeah, but that back out, man. I feel like the back out made people look back at J. Cole's whole history. Like, I don't think this is the first time you was sneaky little shady little motherfucker. Let me go look. Oh, maybe if I look at this differently, you was popping your shit then. Nah, he started to look like, you Mr. Backdoor. You backdoor niggas. Okay. Now I know how to play you, my boy. Like, how do y'all feel about Cole? At the end of all of this, how do y'all feel about Cole? Let me know. But we gonna end the smoke break right here though. Cause I'm already high. I'm already high. You hear my voice changing. I really want to know. J. Cole fans, I really would like y'all to chime in though. because it's like I understand your viewpoint a little bit because it's not like he not nice. J. Cole is nice. But from a cultural standpoint, right? Backing out of a fade is just what you just don't do. And it was the battle. This wasn't like no Rinky Tink little nobody. You could probably almost get past it if it was a Rinky Tink little nobody. Like, well, it really wasn't worth it. Nobody. That was a scrimmage. But it was like the battle. It's like going to the championship game or going to, but yet, because it's only one game. It's like going to the Super Bowl. You show up at the stadium. You didn't put your pads on. You actually went out for warm-ups, everything. But then when it's time to go back out on the field to start the game, you're like, a Super Bowl ain't really for me. My spirit don't work that way. I think we all winners. Nigga, what? Shut up. Shut up. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna try to get more consistent with the content. I'm trying to work it out with the work schedule and whatnot, but I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get this back right. I'm gonna eventually get the set actually changed to what it's supposed to be permanently. I'm learning from other content creators. If you don't build your own junk, you spinning your wheels. So shout out to Curtis King, man. I got the building shit. Why wait for somebody else to build something that I can build myself? So content gonna keep coming. The format gonna change a little bit. I'm gonna use E-Roller. I got plans. I got plans. But like I said, like, comment, subscribe. I'm Oops Great. This is Kush Equilibrium. Till next time.